Hello and welcome back to Cynthia's Conversations. On today's topic, we'll be talking about is it wrong to marry for money? But first, let me introduce my panel. On my left, I have my beautiful friends, the crazy one. And then our guest today is Tracy. And welcome to Cynthia's Conversation. Okay. Say hi to my viewers.
Hello.
Thank you. Okay, today's topic, this particular topic was taken from a TV program. We said, there was a blogger who is coaching young girls on how to date millionaires and billionaires, and everyone went crazy to say, is she right to do that? Or is she wrong to do that? So I thought that would be a good debate, and I would like to share it with a young viewer so she can tell us her own perspective of this issue, and obviously from the old one she can tell you how she think about it and my personal view. So I'll go first to Tracy. Tracy, will you marry for money?
Yeah, to me, I think getting married for money, I can't do it.
Why?
Because what happened when the money is not there?
Are you saying this because you are here in Europe, or if you were to be in Africa, would you marry for money? Let me take the question back then.
I think if it's Africa, that's a different case because...
But the question is the same. It really doesn't matter where you are. The question is the same. If you were, let's say, in Africa, will you marry for money?
No.
Why?
Because I think when there's no money, I won't love the person anymore. When the money goes, the love dies.
Really?
Yeah.
So, that's just like, no, when the money goes, that's it. And that's
because you marry for money.
Before you marry for money in the first place. Okay, so Amaka,
that's you. Right, like, I'll throw it, yeah, because she's young. I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt and thrown it away. Right, you said if the money goes, if you marry for money, if money goes,
the marriage goes and the love goes.
Right, but even if you don't marry, if you marry for love, the love can also go whether the money is there or not anyway.
Yes.
I think it depends on the person you're married to and you yourself.
If the person you're married to stops loving you, even if the money is still there and he leaves you, what happens?
Then the marriage ends.
So you see, would I marry for money? When I was young, like she was, I believed in all the fairy tale, boom. You meet a man, you fall in love. He might not be. There's a song. If you marry taxi driver, I don't care. Yeah, right. I care. The guy will not have money. You say you fell in love. You marry him. He has prospects. I'm telling you, and this happens. Marry has prospects. You build. You suffer. Every time he gives you 5 pence. You work hard together. Then this man hits the big box. Then there's again outside there who sees money and he follows again. He dumps you who has worked for everything. Hell no. I said you will cry. Look, when you're married, this is my belief for an experience. When you're getting married, you will marry, you will still cry because nothing. Do you understand? Nothing like the same we Nigerians say, especially. I'd rather cry in the Mercedes Benz than cry in the bicycle because you still cry. At least I'm driving my Rolls Royce, but there's one woman in her bicycle. Rain is beating her. The cry is a different cry. My own cry is this man is wicked. Hey. Meanwhile, I have a house in Mallorca. Sunning myself. Rubbish. I will now. This guy, I will marry for money. Come and build one man's house for him. Then somebody else come and take over. Because there are people that will marry for money. No, you're young because you've never. And it's good. Let me tell you, the love will come. That money, Mom to love, I will love you forever. I will love you.
I think sometimes people marry because of the circumstance of their life at that point. Because a lot of people, maybe, I will talk about here because here education is free till you are 16, so you really don't need a man to pay your school fees. And after that, you can as well go to university on the student loan, and then you come out and start working and pay. But flip the coins to the third world. I've seen where people actually train the girl from the secondary school to the university. So would you say that person is forced to marry that guy because of money? Because if the person hadn't paid your school fees, would you have married him?
I beg to differ. Don't marry for money goes same whether we're here or anywhere. Why would I want, if the man can afford to send me to a private school, if the man can afford that I don't have to take a student loan, why shouldn't I? So it's got nothing to do with paying.
No, but what I'm
you're
saying
comparing
is,
it to Africa. No.
But I'm saying here, it's very rare.
No.
I'm saying what I know. I might be wrong, but what I'm saying is here, you can still take yourself to the higher education without having to depend on anybody to pay your school fees. There is that chance of you getting your education without nobody else pay for it. But I'm saying, if I were to be in the third world, like I said, I'm in Nigeria, a young girl growing up. I actually had the offer when I was young, but obviously I have other plans, which land me here. But if I was in Africa, then a man took me to private school, and then, pay the school fees, take care of my upbringing from then on. Will I said I loved him? Or I'm in love with him?
That's a different...
No, but it's the same thing.
It's not the same, because I could have gone to a private school, right? My parents would have paid for the private school. I know my parents would have struggled to pay for the private school. That's where you get to meet all these really rich people. Really rich people, really stinking rich.
Yeah.
And of course, you don't want to go back home to the life. You will... So it's got nothing to do. I don't
think you're getting the point, Amaka. Your parents can afford to take you to a private school here.
So, but then it's a different topic. Then it's a different scenario.
No. Listen, and there are people who can afford that, and if someone steps in to take that responsibility away from your parents and pay for that early age, and then you end up marrying that person. Did you marry the person because you love him, or because you married him for the money that he has spent on you?
No, you're marrying him. No, see, what I'm trying to say, that one you're talking, lots of the time they marry because they feel obliged to. It's like saying thank you for helping me out. It's totally different.
The man did it in intention to get married to you anyway. That was his purpose.
And about this.
So when you accept all this, did you accept to marry him because of the money? That is the question.
I think yes.
Exactly. So that brings me back to the question of saying, when I said, would you marry someone for money? You said no. And I said, what about if you were back home and someone stepped in to take all this? So will you say you married the person because you love him, or because you marry him, he has the money to take care of your needs at that point?
I would say it's because of the money.
So you will marry the man because of the money?
Yeah.
Not because you love him?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think most of the time that happens because they feel obliged to, as a way of saying thank you, because the man has helped them out. Because, first of all, I'll tell you, that one, that has... Most of the time, that one is the choice is taken out of your hands. Because first of all, your family will put pressure on you. How can you turn this man down that has helped you? Now, when you marry for some, if I meet someone today, forget taking me to school, forget the man buys me, which is what I think that question is. Even if he didn't send me to school, he gives me nice things. I met him of my own accord. And I'll give an example. I mean, like the other day we were discussing, do you think Beyonce married Jay-Z for his money and his influence? Probably not. She had her money, but he had more. Some people, it's not because of what they do for you. Like that one, I feel most people that marry someone that send them to school. A lot of time, especially back home, you feel pressured. This man has helped you, has paid your school fees, has built house for your parents. And people are saying no, it's not because of money. You're married, a lot of time married because It's like a way of saying thank you. But the one is, you go to university yourself, you see all these sugar daddies, they have money, they spray money around. They can give you more than even what your parents, even though your parents paid for you to go to private schools, they can afford to give you private jet, much more than that. And then you say yes, because you chose him for yourself, not because of what he's done for your family. You know, that I think that's a different thing.
So, that's the...
I'll do that, because I married for love before.
Okay.
Gave me 4 beautiful children. We worked on a marriage, we worked up, built up, and then somebody else came from outside and married him for his money. And you're left hanging. That's a different thing. Do you understand? So that one, I feel, Chia, that one of, because he sent you to school, it's not necessarily married for money. It's like a gratitude thing.
Okay, let me go back again. Do you think this blogger is wrong in teaching young girls to go for, you know, rich guys? Do you think she's wrong?
No.
Why?
Because I believe everyone has right to make decision. Because even if you tell me this, I'm gonna take what I want and leave what I don't want for you.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a right. I don't know if she's wrong. I don't know if she's right. Like she said, it's not. It depends. I don't know. That's a very difficult one.
No. The reason why I said that is we're living in an era of, you know, internets and webs and social medias and all that, and these things play a lot in a young mind. You know, because like they said, the life of Instagram is the life of a false life. You know, people have a completely two persona in this. You know, the life they have on Instagram is completely different from the reality you see. But having said that, these things play a huge part in the young mind. So, was she wrong to coach girls on how to date rich men? On one side, I would say, yes, she is. Because lately, we don't see much of, you know, people praising those who have gone through the educational systems and becomes, you know, in their field, professionals and scientists. Always say is, you know, big.
Hello, that's what makes money.
Nice
That's what
boy,
makes the news.
You know, Botox.
That's a perfect body.
Big leads. So for you to have someone, for her to be a blogger, she'll have, you know, followers in the millions. When you are training our young girls to go for a shoot, what happened to our young sons?
Hey, they are sugar mom, they are rich. Please, oh, you young boys, oh, please. If and they're rich girls from rich home.
So what are they?
No.
Are you about to set up a blog of coaching boys on how to go for sugar mommy?
I don't know how to do it though, because I can do it though. I don't know.
Just take
I don't know
the
any sugar. I see that girl woman that have known some sugar daddies and knows rich.
No, she has followers. So all you need to do now, just take your phone.
Maybe she has tried and tested as worked for her. Okay.
Is that your next business?
Mama, don't mind me. I don't know how to do it.
We can work on it. We can work on it. But I just think, I personally think it's wrong. That's my opinion. But it don't necessarily mean that I'm right. But if you ask me, will I marry for money at this time of my life? Definitely.
Hell yes.
Because, oh no, I can go from the Volvo to the S-Class. Jesus Christ. You know, I can...
G-Wagon. Nonsense.
I can get...
Look at Regina Daniels.
I can get to take the car for a ride on the weekend, darling. Oh God, just send me your American Express card and say, babe, go for a shopping.
Wait. You American Express. I want gold black card. American what? No, I don't want American Express. Black. No, that black one. Limitless.
Baby, you were upset this morning. I just want to compensate for my miserable behavior last night. You know, I left my card on the table. Just make yourself nice. You see, and I will say, Amaka, shopping time. Ooh, yeah.
So me, I won't have my own.
Okay, you have your own. We'll go shopping
together. The Maldives.
Honey, I'm on my way to.
So with my girlfriend. That's part this place, eh?
Back with his card, though.
I'll have my own clothes. No, you'd have cloned my own. So I have my own. I don't need to ask him. When we just say, honey, I saw your text me, honey. You finished me yesterday, but it's okay. You know, I know I upset you. Thank you. And I will love you.
Sometimes
that's love, eh? You're very sweet.
You know, like somebody said the other day. I said, will you marry for me? Say,
this was a guy.
A guy actually. And he said, I was like, in fact, I don't think I cannot love anything.
For that love. Just give that. Yeah?
And he said,
so young boys, don't worry.
He said, in fact, just describing one thing that I cannot love. And the person
has money.
No, I can't see me not loving him. I will love him. So, darling, please, at this particular time, I will marry for money. As long as, say, gentleman, you know, the card keep popping in.
His card.
No question
asked. Card. I don't want American Express.
No question.
Nice
but for
card.
you, Tracy, darling, I agree with you. Go for love, because you first of all have to go for love first.
Don't follow us old cards also. Marry for, but just in case, you know, it can be lucky. That love, the person will also have money to join that love. Don't get married taxi driver. Ha.
No. There's nothing wrong with married taxi driver if you are ready to help him push the car.
There are some rich taxi drivers, they'll be pretending to not have money so that they'll see whether I love them. But no, just come to us, we can do the CID for you. Tell them to he just want to just pretend that pound that yam for him. Well.
But as you see these two of us here, money, short, money on top of money, we will love him. Darling, my birthday is coming and I just want the damn C-class. That's that.
Is it only human hair or Brazilian? This low condition, it's austerity that, you know. I can do hair transplant.
With the card, I will pimp myself.
Nonsense. You know?
Just, oh yes. You know,
what the heck?
This
what you do?
These babies need a bit of lifting.
No. All this gym, personal trainer,
and a
nonsense.
dietitian. But
very
anyway,
wonky personal trainer.
Anyway, it's been an amazing topic. Absolutely fun doing it. And guys, like I've always said, thanks to everyone who has subscribed. If you click the subscribe button, you won't miss any episode. And if you have a comment and if you have a topic that you want us to discuss, you can leave the comment below and get to us through all our social media. And thank you guys. Thanks to Tracy for your own contribution to this topic, and thanks to my beautiful friend. We are still looking for the one that will bring us the diamond cards. And thank you everyone for watching. Till next time, see you again. Bye.